Suspend secretary. I turn by turn now. Power pass power. Show you.
Now we can use court. You know, say this show now weekend boy. Because I know what people like say, now weekend boy. Shame on him. Any legal judgment, any hard judgment where you want, we can write and give him, and so the man will read them, say now court judgment. And I want to make it a problem for this.
Hello.
This the give him the right. I'm not sure now weekend judge. And now you know the defend again, and now so the man they talk to the
Their matter too much. Their matter plenty.
I tell you, know, say weekend, I'm not already in a weekend happy. Say that time he will come. Now the guy is okay, he's already planning to one body. It's okay, they can't cut it before you can go back to
Don't be drunk case. Hello, people. Good evening, greetings to you. How are you doing? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Depending on your time zone, how are you doing? Happy new month. Happy new month of November. Welcome to November. Hello. Are you on there? Is anyone online? Let's talk. Our topic tonight is, we've been on our live stream series, we'll be discussing on stress. What stress is, causes of stress, signs and symptoms, and how to manage. That is our series. Okay, so we started the first one 2 or 3 days ago. We talked the definition of what stress is and the different types of stress. So today we are going to be looking at the causes of stress and the signs that you are stressed. Okay, causes of stress and the signs that you are stressed. That is our series. Hello, good evening, greetings. Good evening, good morning, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on your time zone. Hello, how are you doing? Welcome to live chat with Nosbel. There I'm seeing 2 persons. Can you say hello? Hello. We have a very important topic tonight on stress. Stress is inevitable. At one point or the other, we all undergo through stress, be it a child, an adult, an elderly person, or senior citizen. Thanks for the like. Please, can you say hello? Let me know who is online with me. Let me welcome you. Happy new month of November. Welcome to November. So we'll be talking about stress. Okay, the last time I had live session 2 days ago. Thanks for the like. Okay, define stress. Say hello. Let me appreciate you for joining my live chat. So we define stress as the way in which your body responds to pressure, changes, or demand. That is basically what stress is. The way in which your body responds to. Hello, JV. Okay, J versus S. How are you doing? Glad to have you here. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy new month, happy new month, happy new month. Good to have you here tonight. Thanks for joining my live chat. Where are you watching from, please? Please subscribe to my channel if today is your first day. Don't fail to double tap like this video, okay? So my in a way of definition, let me just do a brief recap because I've done what what stress is all about, and then the different types of stress. So today basically we're going to be talking about the causes of stress and how to know when you are stressed, okay? And in a way of recapping, I said Joan Personne. Hello, Joan. Hello, Joanne. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on your time zone. Welcome, Joanne. Good to have you here. Where are you watching from, Joanne? Thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. Okay. So I said in the way of recap, because I've done what stress is all about. You finish? How can you be finished? Roger the Large. How are you, Rogers? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Live Chat with Nurse Bobby. Thanks for the like, okay? Thank you so much. Please subscribe to my channel. Today is your first day. Roger, subscribe. Joanne, please subscribe. JVL, subscribe. Don't forget to also double tap on your screen to like this video. For everyone that's already liked, thank you so much. Thank you for always stopping. Please subscribe to my channel, Roger. So in a way of recap, because I've done what science and what causes of what stress is all about, MP 1 to 10 finish. Why is it finish? Okay, so in a way of recap, I said stress is the way in which, thanks for the love, okay? Subscribe, please. Stress is the way in which your body responds to pressure, demands, and changes. Okay, you're watching from Finland. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, from Finland. Thank you so much. Thank you for stopping by, Joan. Please subscribe to my channel, okay? Let's stay connected. Roger, okay, you're watching from Norway. Wow, all the way from Norway, Finland. I'm glad to have you all here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I said stress is inevitable. In our day-to-day life, we all encounter stress in a bid to make ends meet, in a bid striving for survival. We all encounter stress at one point or the other, be it a child, an adult, or an elderly person, a senior citizen. At one point or the other, we encounter stress, so it's inevitable. But what matters is how you were able to adjust or to adapt to the stress, okay? Some persons has a good coping or adapting mechanism, while some person has a very poor threshold when it comes to adjusting or adapting to stress. So, but be it as it may, stress is inevitable. We all at one point or the other are being stressed. As a child, yes, a child is being stressed. That is where we'll get the causes of stress. So when I'm giving us why what the causes of stress is, we'll be able to know why a child can also be stressed, okay? So I said stress is the way our body responds to demand either from job, from our workplace. Thank you for the like. Please subscribe, okay? Demand either from the workplace, maybe family pressure. Thank you for this, for the like. Family pressure within your body system. Changes can be as a result of ill health. It can be as a result of change of environment, relocation, and all that. So, and pressure from work, demand, family pressure. So family demand from your family members, either in terms of their upkeep and all that. So those things are what causes, or those are the things that your body adjusts to as a result of stress. So stress is the way in which your body responds to. You want to donate? Oh, Rogers. Okay, what do you want to donate? Want to donate money or what? What do you want to donate? Okay, so stress is inevitable. Stress, everyone can be stressed. A child, an adult, an elderly person, a senior citizen, anyone at all can be stressed at one point or the other. Okay, so but being stressed doesn't mean that it is peculiar to one person. Everyone has one thing or the other that he or she is that makes him or her to be stressed up. Okay, so when we are talking about the signs and symptoms or causes of stress, you will know at one point or what can actually cause stress. So stress is how your body adapts or respond to changes, demand and pressure. Okay, so that's basically what stress is all about. And I said from our last video that we have okay, and we have the acute stress and the chronic stress. Acute stress has to do with a short term duration, something that will just occur within a short time, like 2 days, 5 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, and it's off. So it's acute. So because it's acute, it's a short term. Okay, it's the stress happen as a result of something within a short time, and once, hello, they're good. So greetings, greetings, greetings. Good evening. Good to have you here. Welcome to Live Chat with Nurse Bobdi. Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel. Okay, where are you watching from? May I know where you're watching from? Hispano. Okay, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so I said that stress can be acute or chronic. And what is acute stress? Acute stress is something that happens within a short term stress. That is what is called acute. It is acute because, thank you for the like. Please subscribe to my channel. Today is your first day. See my live chat. I'm Nurse Bobdi. I create content on health, lifestyle, and fitness. Subscribe for more health information. Okay. So what basically causes a short-term stress or acute stress, like I said, is something that acute stress is something is within a short term, something that happens within a short term. Don't forget that everyone at one point or the other is being stressed. Okay, I am stressed, I can be stressed, you can be stressed at one point or the other. So everyone undergo through stress, but how you handle it is what matters. So types of stress I said is acute and chronic. Acute stress is something that happens within a short term, like a student non non do they go to, can you come out please, I can get you. So acute stress, for examples of acute stress, like a student who is writing an exam, you'll be under pressure trying to um read your books in order to get acquainted with all your courses and prepare so that you come out with good grade. So if exam lasts for 1 week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, it is a short term stress. And once you're done with the exam, that era of stress is gone. That is why it is called short-term stress or acute. It doesn't last for long, it's just a short term. So a student can be stressed, like I said, one person at every stage or the other, at one point or the other, everyone can be stressed. So as a student can be stressed, okay, and that falls under short term or acute stress. Once you're done with the exams, the stress will wear off and you'll be okay. But within that exam period, you are under pressure. Espano, I don't understand now. Degrisu, I don't understand. Please, I don't understand. Can you use translator? uh, so once you're done with your exam as a student, that era of stress is gone. That is why it is called acute stress. So acute is short-term stress. And then the second form of stress is chronic stress. Chronic stress is a longer form of stress. Stress that has enlarged or extended or has lasted for a longer period of time. It can be for 1 month, it can be for 2 months, it can be for 3 months, it can be for years, it can be for 1 year, it can be for years and all that. That is chronic stress. And chronic stress is a long time form of stress. So long-term form of stress, like the chronic stress I mentioned, what can cause examples of chronic stress is relationship issues, like relationship breakdown can cause stress, broken relationship, divorce case, divorce case or broken relationship or engagement is not something that can easily be sorted out within 2 days, 3 days, 1 week. Sometimes it lasts for months, sometimes it lasts for years. Okay, so such falls under chronic stress. And that chronic stress is a long-term form of stress. Another examples of chronic stress is health issues. When one is sick, there are some health issues that last for a longer time. Some health issues that last for a longer time. Some persons can be ill for a longer time, like 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, and that. So it poses stress on the individual, and that is where long-term stress falls under. Okay, another forms of stress is also when it comes to retrenchment or loss of job. Retrenchment or loss of job, it's not easy to get job. So when the person lost his or her job, the person is in stress, thinking of how to survive, how to cope, how to meet family demands and all that. So the person will be on stress. So it poses stress on the person. Another forms of long-term stress is when you lost a loved one. That falls under chronic stress. Hello, greetings everyone. Welcome to live chat with Nurse Bob D. Happy new month of November. Say hello in the comment section. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'm glad to have you here. So my topic tonight is on stress. Okay, stress is our topic. Okay, stress is our topic. So we are talking about what stress is, forms of stress, that is types of stress. We say we have acute and chronic stress, and then we also have causes of stress, and then signs and symptoms. So basically tonight, I will just try to do a recap of what stress is and the types of stress. And then tonight, basically, we're going to be talking about the causes of stress and signs and symptoms of stress. And I've made mention for those of us that are just joining us that we have two types of stress: acute and chronic stress. And acute stress is something that happens within a short term. It's called short-term stress, and it happens, maybe the case examples of short-term stress can be from a student who is preparing for exams, and because period is for a short duration, once the exam elapses, that burden or that stress is gone. That is why it is called short-term stress or acute stress. Okay, then the chronic form of stress is another one. Chronic forms of stress is a long-term form of stress that can be as a result of health issues. One is being ill for a very long time. A long-term stress takes a very long time, just like it implies. Chronic stress is a long-term stress, and it happens in the case where there's loss of job, and retrenchment, loss of a loved one. It takes a longer time to heal from that emotion of emotional trauma of losing a loved one, broken relationship, divorce cases, broken engagement. Those stuff takes a longer time to recover or to get healed. So it is called long term because it takes a longer time for you to recover from it. Unhealthy relationship falls under long term stress or chronic stress. Another examples of chronic stress is work overload. Okay, work pressure. Hello, they go to hello. Please subscribe to my channel. If today is your first day, stay connected to Nurse D. I give you updates on health matters. Okay, so let's stay connected. Subscribe to my channel, double tap, like this video, share to educate others. I said earlier that at one point or the other we all encounter stress. Stress is not synonymous with one person, be it a child, an adult, an elderly person, or senior citizen. Everyone at one stage or at one point encounters stress. So but what matters is how to manage it. Okay, that is what matters. Now, I've defined stress. I've mentioned the types of stress. I said we have acute and chronic stress, and I've mentioned that acute stress is a short-term form of stress. It happens just within the short term, like a student preparing for exams. Once the exam is gone, the stress is gone. Okay, and then the second one, chronic stress. Examples of chronic stress is a long-term issues. So examples of chronic stress is health related matter. Someone that is sick, it can be for 6 months, 1 year, so it's a longer form of stress. And then a broken relationship like divorce, broken engagement, those are long-term issues. Loss of a loved one falls under chronic stress. Work overload, pressure from work. There are some workplaces that you work, some organizations that you be working, that there is lack of manpower, and as a result the people on ground are being sacrificed, as in pay the sacrifice to cover up for the lapses. By so doing, the persons will be under pressure. So that is a chronic form of stress. In as much as I know that there are some persons that will want to create or give themselves that stress in work environment. I said that because I work in a construction company years back. Hello, okay, you're back. Rogers, welcome back. Okay, so I work in a construction company years back. Then I was a single lady. And welcome. Good to have you back. So thanks for the love. Please subscribe if you haven't. Double tap to like this video, okay? So then I wasn't married, okay? And in a construction company, from time to time we do have, as a nurse, I work as a nurse then. From time to time we do have overtime or extra hours. And we happen to be rotating it among we nurses. Every week we'll have one overtime or the other. So we'll rotate it among we nurses. And because of that, for me, I like my space, I like my peace, and I like my health is topmost priority to me. So I can't trade my rest for money. So in anything you do, give yourself, your health should be a top priority, because if you're not healthy, you cannot be wealthy. You have to stay healthy first before you can stay wealthy, before you can enjoy the dividends from your labor. So overstressing yourself or laboring yourself as a result of work pressure will lead to a breakdown. And when it leads to a breakdown, you will not be able to, you will not be productive. You will not be sensitive enough to provide solutions to issues. You will not be productive. You will be irritating and all that. So it's essential that you take time out in every of your schedule to rest adequately. So like I was saying, that whenever it's my own turn, because we rotate the overtime or extra hours among we nurses, my colleagues will always be on the queue soliciting or begging to take over my space, because they knew I will never for any reason accept to do overtime. Imagine going to work 6 a.m. in the morning and you closing by 6 p.m. and then extra time or overtime will come in that you have to stay till 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. in the night, and you will have to stay back just because of extra 4 hours booking or time that will be added to your pay. So I don't do that, but some person derive pleasure in going for this overtime job. My colleagues always bid for me, they always solicit, they always plead that you give them my space for them to take over time. So that is why I said that work pressure can be created even outside the facility, not having enough staff to cover up for this shift. We individuals, because of extra pay, we want to sacrifice everything just for us to get that extra time or extra pay to booking or our salary for that month. So extra work or pressure from work is also one of the causes or one of the forms of chronic stress, because it can last for a longer time. Okay, relationship issues, health problem, financial problem, especially when one lost a job, or unemployment or loss of job. Please subscribe to my channel, double tap on my video. Can you say hello, 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 hello? Say hello. Let me welcome you to my channel. Okay, say hello, 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 hello. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on your time zone. Where are you watching from, please? I'm seeing 6 person. Can you say hello? Let me greet you and welcome you officially and formally to Nurse of this channel. I'm waiting. Say hello. Okay, so chronic form of stress takes a longer time to resolve. Imagine someone losing a job and he will be under pressure, how to survive, how to take care of family issues or retrenchment, or someone that is sick, is handicapped. Okay, within that time he's incapacitated and he cannot meet up with some of the challenges or some of the demands from this family. The person will be under pressure. Health problems that is being ignored will also pose stress on you. Broken relationship, broken engagement, they're also forms of chronic stress because they last for a longer time. That is chronic stress. Okay, and loss of a loved one, it takes time to heal. So these are basically the 2 forms of stress we have: the acute stress and the chronic stress. Okay, now we have to move on to the causes of stress. One form or the other, I've already added it to my points, and the cause of giving Tony, Angela, welcome Tony. And the cause of me giving instances on types of stress, the chronic and acute stress, I've mentioned some of the points or the causes of stress in one way or the other. So basically now we are going to be discussing on causes of stress. Causes of stress, number 1 is work overload, which I've already mentioned in alongside chronic forms of stress, which is long-term stress. So work overload or tight deadlines. You know, there are some person that hate deadlines. Okay, when you give deadlines, you will be in a fix trying to beat the time. So you'll be under pressure at that point to get things solved, and if you're not careful, you'll be drained because you'll be under pressure to deliver, you'll be under pressure to meet up with the time, you'll be under pressure to make the job or to keep the job details and give all the details needed for the job. So you'll be under pressure trying to beat the time. Imagine when you're given a deadline to submit maybe proposal or to give a quotation, and you're given just 24 hours to prepare. You'll be under pressure. On your place of work, just like me as a nurse, most times when your schedule, welcome, and Tony, welcome, Tony, Angela, good evening to you, welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Good to have you here. Please subscribe to my channel. Okay, so we are discussing on stress. What stress is. Everyone can be stressed, be it a child, an adult, senior citizen, adult, anyone can be stressed, even a student, a child can be stressed, but how you handle it is what matters. So causes of stress, number one is work overload or tight deadlines. When you're given deadline to deliver a task or to deliver quotation, you'll be under pressure. And work overload, like I said earlier, someone working in an organization that lacks manpower, and the few persons on ground. Thank you so much, good to have you, I'm grateful. Thank you, Tony, Angela, thank you so much. Okay, so um working in the organization with few manpower, you'll be under pressure to meet up the deadline, or you'll be under pressure on daily basis to ensure that everything in the organization or during your duty time is being carried out effectively. So that mount pressure on you, and most times the organization doesn't employ, so this stress will continue for a longer time, and it falls under chronic stress. Hello, Angela. How are you, Angela? Welcome back. How are you doing? It's been a while, Angela. Where have you been? Where have you been, Angela? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So when you are in such environment and the organizations to refuse to employ, you'll be the workload will be so much for the few persons on ground. So that is number one causes of causes of stress. Don't forget that some person will choose to trade their rest because of money, and as a result they will be stressed. Okay, so that is number one cause of um stress, which is work overload or tight deadlines. And then the second one is financial hardship. Imagine when someone is not working, is jobless, or he lost his job, and you'll be under pressure to meet up with family demands. So the pressure will be so intense. Asoni, welcome, Angela, welcome. So when you lost your job and you're being taxed, you're supposed to meet up with family demands. When, especially a family person, whenever children are requesting for one thing or the other, and because you don't have a job, you don't have a steady income, you're always under pressure thinking of what to do in order to meet up with their demand. So financial hardship is another cause of stress. The third one is poor time management. Okay, you have so many things to do, but you cannot do it. You will just be crowded a lot. You have limited time to fulfill, or limited time to carry out the tasks. Work, poor time management. You want to do everything within the same time, and by so doing you will not be productive. You can't even give your best to one, because you want to do one thing at a time. So in times like that, what you should do anyway, that will come under how to manage stress. Okay, we'll have this point. Angela, I love you, girl. I love you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you. Please like my video. Okay, double tap, like my video, subscribe to my channel. Okay, give me some love emojis, some love stickers. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so poor time management, when you are crowded with so many activities. Thank you so much. Thank you for double tapping. When you're Iva, hi. Hello, Iva. Good evening. Welcome. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on your time zone. Okay, welcome. Good to have you here, Iva. Where are you watching from? Welcome on board to Nurse Bob D, live chat with Nurse Bob D. Okay, so I said poor time management is one of the causes of stress. When you have okay, you're watching from South Africa. Wow, welcome. Good to have you here. Thank you so much. Thank you, Iva. Please subscribe to my channel. Let's stay connected. I don't want to miss you again. Let's stay connected, okay? Thank you. Double tap, like this video. So causes of stress, number one, I said work overload or tight deadlines. Second one is financial hardship, like when one is unemployed, you have so many financial needs to meet. Angela, thank you, love. You have so many financial pressure from family, children to meet up, you'll be under pressure. And then the third causes of stress is poor time management. You have so many things and you couldn't define or give priority to the most important one. You want to be jack of all trades, carrying out or trying to meet up with every task at one point at the same time. You'll be under pressure. You'll be under pressure. So how to do this will come under how to manage stress. Okay, so don't fail to join me tomorrow for another live session on how to manage stress. So causes of stress: poor time management, family conflict or relationship can cause pressure. Yes, family conflict, like I said, broken relationship, broken engagement, divorce can cause pressure, intense pressure, because relationship issues is not always easy to get it sorted out. Welcome back, Rogers. Hope you have subscribed to my channel. Subscribe, like my video, stay connected to us about this channel. Okay, I don't want to. Okay, so Angela, thank you. Okay, so I said another family conflicts or relationship issues. And you know, relationship issues, it take a longer time to get healed or get it sorted out, like broken engagement, broken divorce case is always not easy. So, and those one falls under long-term stress. Remember when we define, when we gave the two types of stress: acute and chronic. And acute has to be a short-term form of stress. And good evening, sis. Good evening. Welcome. Thank you so much. I'm grateful having you here. Thank you for always supporting. Thank you so much. Thank you. So good, so glad to have you here. Thank you so much. Okay.